2 tons. That's the target of carbon footprint per person by 2050 to avoid global warming. 4 tons, the global average. 15.9 tons, the average American's carbon footprint. There are considerable inequalities in per person carbon footprint across the world. Today, I will share my energy bills and show you the impact on my carbon footprint by what I did to reduce it. For those unfamiliar with the term, a carbon footprint is the total amount of greenhouse gases by our actions. Carbon dioxide equivalent, or CO2e, is a term for describing different greenhouse gases in a standard unit. For this session, I'll focus on energy-related carbon footprint. My calculation is based on the energy consumption of a household of 3, which is my case. We saved electricity by doing cold water or full load laundry, also using a drying rack instead of a dryer. By replacing all of the incandescent light bulbs with Energy Star light, by replacing my refrigerator with an Energy Star model, by turning up the air conditioner thermostat in summer by 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and by enabling the power management features on my computers. Our carbon footprint from residential electricity use was 1.9 metric tons of CO2 equivalent this year. We saved water by reducing showering time and replacing shower head with a low-flow one. And by using low-flow aerator and turning the faucet off while not using water. Our carbon footprint from water use was 1.1 metric tons of CO2 equivalent this year. We saved natural gas by turning down the heating thermostat in winter by 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Our carbon footprint for natural gas is 1 metric ton of CO2 equivalent this year. We used to drive one gas engine car for 10,000 miles annually. Carbon footprint from one gas car is 3.9 tons annually. We replaced one gas engine car with a PHEV. PHEV accounts for 2.3 tons of carbon footprint annually. By riding PHEV instead of a gas engine car, we reduced 1.7 tons of carbon footprint. My relatives live in other countries. We used to fly for 31 hours for a family gathering, which means we fly 19,000 miles flight annually. The carbon footprint from air flight is 8.4 tons for the three of us. This year, three of us could reduce about 6.2 tons of carbon footprint, and we saved about $3,000. Our total energy-related carbon footprint was 18.6 tons. My individual carbon footprint is 6.2 tons of CO2 equivalent per year. The average American's carbon footprint is 15.9 tons. Compared to that, my numbers don't seem that bad. However, the global average is close to 4 tons per year, and the average global carbon footprint per year needs to drop under 2 tons by 2050 to avoid global warming. How am I going to reduce further my footprint? I can use renewable energy or go solar, leading to zero emission for my electricity. I can reduce the use of my car, especially when riding alone, and choose alternative ways such as walking, biking, carpooling, and taking public transportation. I can convert my lawn to a native plant garden that is drought resistant. There might be more ways to reduce my carbon footprint. But it's hard to give up my travel to visit my relatives. Probably you also have something that it is hard to compromise even though you love this planet. Nevertheless, given the urgency, every day we should try to do more. We have to embrace sustainability in every aspect of our lives and rethink in every domain considering sustainability. We have to support policies and actions that defend our planet. And of course, we have to invest and consume with consciousness. I invite you to calculate your carbon footprint. I will share links below which I used for my calculation. Share your carbon footprint and increase awareness. Thanks for watching. Bye.